Senate holds 11th vote amid ongoing 2025 government shutdown crisis. Day 20 of the 2025 US government shutdown sees the Senate attempting an 11th vote to pass a House-originated funding bill that would end the partial shutdown. So far, the measure has failed to secure the 60 votes needed, and the next vote is set for 5:30 p.m. on Monday. Senate Majority Leader John Thune plans to introduce legislation that would compensate federal workers and military personnel who have continued to work without pay, but Democratic support is essential after they blocked a defense spending bill last week. The House, absent from Washington since September 19, has not scheduled any votes. Speaker Mike Johnson says he would reconvene the chamber only if the Senate approves payment for federal employees, though he doubts the Senate will act. Energy Secretary Chris Wright warned that the National Nuclear Security Administration, which safeguards the nation's nuclear arsenal, has furloughed the vast majority of its staff, leaving only mission-critical personnel on duty. Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer lambasted the Republican stance, labeling the shutdown as a Donald Trump-driven stunt and highlighting the looming health care premium crisis for over 20 million Americans. He urged immediate action on the Affordable Care Act tax credits. Meanwhile, Senate Majority Leader John Thune insisted Republicans are ready to discuss health care concerns, but will not negotiate until Democrats move to reopen the government, accusing Democrats of creating the crisis and blaming their far-left base for the impasse. At 3 p.m. the Senate met for a procedural vote, with 3 Democrats consistently supporting the measure. Republicans need 5 additional votes to pass it. Energy Secretary Wright disclosed that roughly 1,400 NNSA employees have been furloughed, and up to 100,000 contractors could face similar cuts if the shutdown persists, threatening both national security and families' livelihoods. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy warned of worsening travel disruptions as unpaid air traffic controllers turn to gig work to make ends meet. House Speaker Mike Johnson reiterated his willingness to bring the House back if the Senate pays federal workers, but expressed skepticism about Senate passage. He also met with President Trump, discussing the shutdown's impact on the nuclear stockpile and national defense. Senator Bernie Sanders called the GOP's refusal to negotiate unprecedented, urging bipartisan talks on health care subsidies. Finally, the federal judiciary announced it